outside the U.S. consulate. As mentioned, as you mentioned, this is an anti-Morsi rally. Everyone here is anti-Morsi, and we need to make that clear because we have seen several protests in and around Toronto, really around the world, pro-Morsi over the last month and a half. Since Mohamed Morsi was ousted from the presidency. I'm joined right now by Michael, who is one of the protesters here today. Why is this ending? You started at Queen's Park. Why is this ending here outside the U.S. consulate?
We've chosen to protest the U.S. foreign policy. Unfortunately, the U.S. has managed to alienate both sides of this dispute. I mean, the Muslim Brotherhood has actively called for the destruction of Israel time and time again. The U.S. has chosen to fund them and support them. We're not sure why. And then, now when the army has risen up for the popular will of the people, 30 million people took to the streets of Egypt to actively protest the Muslim Brotherhood. The U.S. has chosen not to criticize the Muslim Brotherhood, despite their burning of churches, despite their killing of Christians, shooting of priests, their destruction of historic heritage sites across the country. The U.S. has remained silent. And so we've come to the U.S. consulate to protest their foreign policy.
Now, we've seen some pro-Morsi rallies happening here in Toronto as well, this anti-Morsi rally happening. Have you joined together at all and tried to talk amongst yourselves about what's happening?
I mean, the pro-Morsi protesters, they stand on religious grounds, and unfortunately sometimes you get to, and when anyone's a fanatic, it's really difficult to kind of sit there and have a discussion. But as far as the will of the Egyptian people, I think the 30 million rings strong, and if 14 million Canadians were to take to the streets of Canada and were to actively protest the government, you would imagine that Harper would have the decency to step down and to follow the popular will.
So will you continue to rally in the weeks ahead?
I think we will continue to show the support. Ultimately, the Egyptian army represents the will of the people. They've chosen to protect our security, and they've chosen to protect us from a terrorist group, and we will continue to stand behind them.
All right, Michael, thank you. As mentioned, hundreds of people have been killed or injured in Egypt since Mohamed Morsi was ousted. That was in July. Many of the signs that you see here, people showing the violence that has happened in Egypt, and again, saying that they want to make it clear they are anti-Morsi, and that's why they are here taking part in this protest today. Back to you, Jake.